Hi, welcome to a deep dive into the future of Zoom rooms. If you were looking for the bar, that's outside. So, I'm sorry you're in the wrong spot.
Get out of here.
Hi, I'm Jeff Smith, and I am the head of Zoom rooms for all of 2.5 months. So, you'll forgive me if I don't have a whole lot of history into Zoom rooms, and I'm still getting initiated into all things Zoom. But I will tell you that I came here for a reason. I believe that we are onto something with Zoom rooms and that we can absolutely deliver more than what we've done in the past. Part of that is what we'll talk about in a minute. Zoom rooms, 60 features in 2019 that I am responsible for all of 0 of, but I can take credit for all of them. But it's really a testament to the velocity of Zoom. And one of the things from a philosophical perspective, what I've seen at Zoom is a real combination of trying to marry both the strategic with the customer-centric and responsiveness from a feature perspective. So we don't just take orders from customers, we take input from customers. And we try to marry that with where we're trying to go and do interesting and powerful things that everybody can benefit from. We've been on a bit of a journey with Zoom rooms over the last year. One of the big things that we've been focusing on is manageability and ease of procurement. So the single vendor kits that we came out with this year, as well as Windows IoT, moved the needle for us in terms of being able to easily procure a single package, everything you needed, not trying to assemble things that you order from Amazon and hoping that it all works when you get it all in. This is now a single bundle. You can buy it. All comes, whether it's a mounting kit, cables, software preloaded. That's indicative of where we wanted to go, but not the end of that journey. From an interoperability perspective, we understand that we need to meet customers where they are, not where we want them to be. We want everybody to be all Zoom all the time, right? But we understand that everybody in the universe doesn't use Zoom. So if you get invited to a third-party meeting, like a WebEx meeting or a GoToMeeting, then you can use the Zoom room equipment to join that meeting with a single click. So we parse the meeting invitation and allow people to get that single-click experience, even if it's not a Zoom meeting. Device management, that's the other side of the Windows IoT from the Zoom perspective. So when you have a device that's capable of being managed, then we do everything we can in the cloud to manage that device remotely, pushing updates and seeing the status. Find a room. You guys are all at the keynote this morning. Who saw the keynote? All right, so you saw my horrible demonstration of Find a Room. It was great. A little bit of network problems. But the use case is valid, right? So if I walk up to a room, I can see a map that displays, and I can easily see the availability overlaid on that map, book a room right when I need it. I love that. I love that feature. We want to do more with that going forward. So tell me if I'm wrong, but customers are looking for all the flexibility. They want everything. They want all the flexibility and options that we have in our open hardware platform. They also want simple procurement, and they also want management. So it's not about I want either or. I want to be able to build for whatever use case I have, and I want to be able to have a manageable deployment that doesn't take forever. And in our life up to date with Zoom rooms, some of these processes can be complicated and time-consuming. When I look at the entire list of certified hardware for Zoom rooms, if I wanted to say how many combinations and permutations of that hardware could you actually create, that would number in the thousands of unique combinations of hardware. And sometimes all of that is useful. If I want to find the exact right solution for my physical space, maybe I need all of those options. If I have a 6-seat small conference room, looks in pretty standard dimensions, maybe I don't need 1,000 different options. Maybe I need 3 really good options. and then I can make a good decision in an efficient amount of time. So that whole journey that customers go through in getting to the amazing user experience that we have on Zoom Rooms, I was very interested in that coming into Zoom. Not just about what the application did, but what customers experienced as they were deciding on Zoom Rooms and as they were building and deploying the hardware. So what I wanted to get to, and what we've made amazing advances towards, just with the announcements we've made today, is a streamlined and frictionless experience going all the way from what do I buy to I've got 1,000 rooms deployed. So the open hardware ecosystem, that's the foundation of Zoom Rooms. It's built on software-powered video conferencing in the conference room. And that platform will continue. We are absolutely committed to making sure that any use case that you guys can come up with, I mentioned a few in the keynote, but if it's a divisible training room, if it's a large boardroom, if you need multiple, 3 screens, you need 4 cameras, you need to switch between all of it, we can do that on Zoom Rooms. Appliances, you can't build an appliance for every use case, but you can build appliances for the main use cases. If I've got a standard space, should be able to find a really great appliance that I can repeat that deployment over and over and over, and I can manage those devices in a very efficient way. So what we're really adding with the appliance program is that end-to-end management, ease of procurement, a purpose-built lockdown operating system. It is designed, built, and lives as a Zoom room. And as well, that is available globally. So I don't have to decide, well, what am I going to build in Sydney? Is that different than what I need to build in New York? Is it available in APAC? Can I get one to Malaysia? Can I get one to Brazil? These are challenges that our partners are dealing with. So some of our friends are here, and they will be showing you a lot more detail to these products. This absolutely represents amazing hardware. These are companies that have amazing experience. I know Neat is a new company, but these people have built amazing products. Poly, we don't need to tell you guys that they've been building these great products for years and years and years. And the one thing that we all share in common is this philosophy. The philosophy that great hardware coupled with an amazing software and services experience can absolutely solve real-world problems for companies. So Esther and I came up with this line, the enterprise-grade video conferencing without enterprise-sized complications. That's really, I think, the key message that we're trying to get to with appliances, is that you can get all the quality that you might expect. It's not just a 4K webcam. It's a high-quality camera that's coupled with the signal processing that only these guys know from the experience in the video conferencing industry. It's all of those advanced audio features that you would expect from the highest end video conferencing gear, and then that's coupled with the Zoom Room experience. So when we integrate that together, what can we accomplish? It's only through that integration of hardware and software that I can deliver a 5-minute out-of-box experience. So when Tim comes up and tells you about his out-of-box experience on the Poly gear, and that only comes if the Poly Cloud, the Zoom Cloud, and the channel are all working together to deliver that piece of equipment that knows what it's supposed to be when it wakes up. If any of those pieces don't work together, then all of a sudden that becomes a manual experience that takes a long time. Streamlined procurement either through the channel or directly. So our friends at Neat will allow you to order these devices directly from their website anywhere in the world. That's amazing for the video conferencing industry. For channel-friendly deployments, Poly offers all of the channel that they have available. So whatever you guys are looking for in terms of procurement of equipment, we have amazing offerings for you. The other thing about purpose-built hardware is consolidating function into the fewest number of devices. So the ultimate expression of this is with the D10. It is one thing. It is audio, video, screen, control in one piece of hardware. You mount it on the wall, you plug in the network and you power, off to the races. If I already have a display, so I need two things. I need a controller and I need audio, video, compute. When I consolidate all those into the fewest number of devices for the type of deployment that I'm doing, that's the purpose-built hardware at work. Plug in the HDMI, plug in the power, plug in the network, and I can boot these up and get it off and running. Cloud management is absolutely key. So every customer that I talk to, they're interested in this, and it's not just an appliance story for cloud management. They want to know, can I manage devices that I already have installed, so all my existing estate of Zoom rooms, as well as new devices. So don't just tell me that it's only available on the new stuff and that I have to buy new stuff in order to get management. So this is a passion of mine. So we've got to make sure that that is as robust as possible for whatever hardware is deployed in your Zoom room estate. And the last piece of that is that the user experience that you get on Zoom rooms, no matter which path I choose on the hardware side, you need to make sure that users go into a Zoom room and they get that consistent experience. So whatever features I have on the open hardware system, I want to see that on the appliances. I want to see the new things that are coming out that shouldn't be limited to new hardware. New things should be available on the platform. So just so that we make sure that we can position everything in your minds. If I have a standard space, the first thing I should think of is there an appliance for that? If I have a bespoke space where I know that I'm going to need some real customization, that's for our open hardware ecosystem. We're really building for every use case that you can throw at us. We have a solution for that. All right, now I'm going to turn it over to Tim. He's going to tell you a little bit about the Poly devices that they've come out with, and I'll tell you this portfolio looks really amazing. So, Tim.
Thanks, Jeff. Appreciate it. So I'm Tim Root. I'm Vice President of Product at Poly for anything in the conference room. We really appreciate the co-development efforts that Zoom's put forward to our new portfolio that we announced today. So I'm going to go and really, the other thing I wanted to mention was how excited we were when we saw the theme of Zoomtopia. Because many people know that Poly and NASA, 50 years ago, partnered to develop the headset that Neil Armstrong used when he landed on the moon. So those famous words, one small step for man, one giant leap for mankind, was really the first endpoint that allowed the world to hear from another planet, and it was all driven by Poly. We've taken that technology, obviously matured it a little bit, and now we're building our our next gen, I would say Gen 105 version of that with video. So we're very excited to talk some more about what we're doing. So Poly and Zoom came together about a year ago. And what we talked about was how to solve the real problems that were happening from a deployment perspective and usability. And they're really the two big issues. One, processing in the room. All the different variations of the different boxes people were using, massive management issue. Number two, the cabling hassle. Cables, cables, cables. You all know it, you're all living it. We said, how do we eliminate those two variables, make something that's super easy to deploy with the best experience possible? The good news is, you saw it this morning with Joe, we're announcing our Poly Studio X family, the X30, the X50. So these are the culmination of Poly's historic audio and video and product development expertise. Combining that with the Zoom Room application that runs natively on these hardware devices. This is the first type of product in the market that allows this to happen. And it was really the partnership between Zoom and Poly that drove this. So why is it different? Fundamentally, it changes the game of ease of use, ease of deployment, tie it together with a touch controller, and that's all you need for the best experience running a Zoom Room application. If you're an IT manager, what does that mean? For an IT manager, this is Poly's 7,000 employees helping you, worldwide support, worldwide management, worldwide availability of product. We've been doing this a long time. We know how to take care and scale from the smallest of companies all the way to your largest enterprises worldwide. So our portfolio is what gets you to where you are, to where you want to be. The next part is, it's not just these two products. It's the G7500, which we announced this summer. That also will be Zoom Room capable. It's also our Trio speakerphone as the controller for your Zoom Rooms. There's a lot of them out there that want to get converted to Zoom Rooms. There's also, hey, headsets. We also do headsets. We happen to be the leader in that. And we also have handset phones, all Zoom audio capable. The portfolio, there isn't a device that you need that we're not building for you now. All native for Zoom. It's a real merger of the two products at scale. Whatever you need, we're going to build it. So here's a little video to show you how simple it is to set up a Poly Studio X30 running Zoom natively. 3 cables, 3 connections. And I love that hinge on there. It goes straight on the display. No mounting, nothing. Right on top, just like a very small USB camera might use. We're speeding up time a little bit here. Boots up as our Poly platform, immediately goes to the native Zoom application. A minute 53, you're starting a Zoom call. So let's get into some of the details here. So the Poly X50, dual display. Oh, I think I have to hit something. The Poly X50, this is for any size room huddle all the way up to a large size room. Dual display output. It has stereo audio for both output speakers as well as microphones. So to enhance our low-end performance on our products, our research team came out with passive radiators on the back end. If you know anything about speakers, this takes a small form factor speaker and drives the low end like you can't believe for that awesome bass. Bose has been doing it for years as their trick for their small speakers. We also have 120-degree field of view camera. So now you can see everything in the room all the time from this product. 5x zoom, 4K codec for the video compression. The microphone array, patented microphone array on this product, up to 25 feet pickup. It is truly amazing. Our engineering team outdid themselves with this design. Mountability. So for this product, you can mount it top of display, bottom display, Visa, wall mount, stand, whatever you need to do to put this in the rooms. Wireless content. So get the wires off the table. Miracast as well as AirPlay integrated into the product. Seamless. Network connectivity, both wired, will be coming out with wireless. There's so much to talk about this product. And I know I'm already see Jeff, he's like, I'm going to go too long, I got to keep going.
The lounge music is really sweet though.
Yes. So here's the X30. Folks didn't see it this morning. I think Joe pulled it out of his back pocket. Yeah. So the only difference between this product and the X50 is it's a single monitor. It's a 15-foot mic pickup, still outstanding. This is targeted for your huddle room to your smaller, medium-sized conference room. It's a 4x zoom rather than the 5x zoom on the 50. But fundamentally the same platform, no compromise in quality, just targeting a different segment of the market. So when we looked at what's going on in the world, what you guys are doing in the rooms, we said we really needed two products, not just one. The other cool thing with this product is, with its hinge, you can stick this on top of a touch display. Run the Zoom collaboration application, and now you can buy whatever size touch display you want to buy, not the one we want to build into the product. Your local vendors, your local choice. 60-inch, 40-inch, 75-inch, this on top, and you're driving it just like you would a collaboration system. So the other part, you need a controller. You need something on the table as your touch interface. So we came up with our TC8, PoE single cable connection, pre-paired with the device out of the factory, plug them back both in, they find each other, bam, you're up and running. Also ultrasonic beacon on here, walk in with your Zoom app on your phone, immediately the room becomes yours. Last but not least, our Trio. The Trio currently runs the room controller app, if people didn't see the breakout session. Same model. Now you want some microphones on the table too. Complements the products on the wall. We have a lot of these, again, a lot of these in the world. Can immediately be turned into Zoom rooms. That was a lot about the products. Let's talk about some of the unique application algorithms we've been implementing and researching. On the left-hand side, noise suppression. So these products have our next generation noise suppression, which basically looks at anything that isn't speech, typing on a keyboard, any loud noise source, and it completely eliminates it. I do not have the words to describe how awesome this experience is and this technology. You really have to see a demo of it. The other piece of these products that's so important, the 120-degree field of view cameras, they are enabling the huddle room experience. The problem is, in that wide of view camera, you get really small really fast because I'm taking in so much of the room. If you're not auto zooming in on the speakers in real time, it's almost impossible to use that technology in these rooms. So we've taken ours level up to a new level where it's almost as if there's a production studio individual playing with the camera. So we will do framing, we will zoom out, we will do panning, we will do split screen, all of that so the far end has the best experience. Another one, like, words do not do it justice. You have to see the demo. So now I'm sure you're all saying to yourself, these are got to be really expensive, right? All of this technology, this is pretty impressive. So we've heard some numbers, 2,500. I thought that was too high. So we came out with the X30. What was that? Somebody just said, wow, $2,199. The X30 with the TC8 touch controller for $2,199 MSRP. If you say, okay, I don't want the touch, I don't need the TC8 because I already have Trios. $16.99. You can put this now for $16.99. Any touch display turns into a collaboration system. And you can put them all in your small huddle rooms. You have the same system everywhere. Let's talk about the X50, $34.99 for the most powerful platform in the market today. It's 60% less than that C company that we all know about. Take away the touch, $29.99. We really are groundbreaking, driving the price points down. Okay, so Zoom, Poly, what do we want to do? We wanted it to be easy to set up. I just showed you 2 minutes up and running. We want it to be easy to use. All of the interfaces you could ever want integrated into the Zoom experience. Easy to manage. Didn't talk too much about that, but we're fully integrated into the Zoom management as well as the Poly, whatever solution you want to use. Easy to buy. Worldwide Poly distribution, support, availability. You need it anywhere, we can sell it to you. Our massive distribution of partners will have these products available. Thank you. Do you want me to introduce you?
Who wants to buy one?
And availability, December of this year.
Tim's got,
we'll be shipping.
He's got 100 of them in a box out the back. There's a crate. If you guys want to pick one up on your way out, you're welcome to. Takes cash card, Apple Pay, all of it, Bitcoin. It's good. So next I want to introduce Simon Tigre, and he is the CEO of Neat, and he's going to be talking a little bit about the Neat bar.
Thanks,
Awesome,
Jeff.
man. Appreciate it.
So I'm Simon Tigre. I have the pleasure of heading up Neat. And this is my first Zoomtopia. And I got to say thank you to Zoom for having us, because it's been an amazing day so far. And the good part is we're only halfway through, right? So there's much more in store. So thanks for having us. I'll be talking a little bit about Neat and Zoom and what we're doing together. First of all, I want to congratulate Tim. Great products. And I want to apologize that we just kind of came out of the woodworks today, because we've been in complete stealth mode. And hopefully it was a big surprise for everyone that we were on stage today. But we've been working hard for less than a year. So Neat is a brand new company, launched today. But the people behind Neat are nothing close to new to the industry. We have some of the finest people, the finest engineers in the world in video, recruited in the Video Valley in Norway, where they all grew up. And so we've done this many times before. And I think we're all really inspired by what Zoom's done. I came into the video industry back in 2005, joined Tandberg. And we talked about how video conferencing had to be easy to set up and easy to install. And we made advances. But that's 15 years ago, right? So I left the video industry in 2015. I thought I was done with it. But this opportunity to really deliver on all of these unfulfilled promises from the past with Zoom was too much to resist. So, I'm just going to, with this inspiration from what Zoom has done to meetings, Neat wants, together with Zoom, to deliver for the meeting room. That's our mission, making the meeting room experience as frictionless and reliable and delightful as Zoom is to use in meetings today. So, but it's not just about the product. As a new company, we can not only hire the best people to do this in record time, but we also took a step back and we thought about, well, there's more to it than the product, right? So we took a look at the entire customer journey here and every customer touch point to make sure that this can really reach everyone, right? That's been our dream for decades on the Neat team. That was my dream when I joined Tandberg in 2005, and that's still my dream, but that dream is within reach now with Zoom. Why can't you buy a video system just like you buy a consumer device? Plug it in and have it work. While you have the same quality and security and management that the most demanding customers require. That was the challenge that we gave ourselves. And so let's take a look at the products that we've launched here at Zoomtopia today. So we have the Neat bar with a Neat pad, and we have the Neat board. What's special about these devices is that these are designed from scratch for Zoom. They've been co-developed with Zoom. We started the company together with Zoom. Zoom has invested in Neat to make sure that we together can lead innovation in this space. And we feel honored and inspired by that. So let's start by taking a look at the Neat bar. It comes with a dedicated controller and an optional scheduling display. And of course, it provides you that ease of use that you've come to expect from Zoom. High quality audio, video, goes without saying. And it's perfect for your huddle rooms, your focus rooms, your small up to the medium meeting rooms. We call it Zoom rooms the Neat way. Our second product is the Neat board. This is a beautifully designed, fully integrated system, as our team has been doing for years and years. But this is a brand new product, again, engineered from scratch for Zoom, with Zoom. And both of these products you can, of course, experience here in our booth at Zoomtopia. So I mentioned Zoom rooms the Neat way. What does that mean? Let's talk about that. Simple setup. I think everyone here has really, caught that, it needs to be simple to set up, right? I think we all agree on that. And I want to say to you, before I get into this, that I don't want you to take my word for what I'm saying here today. You should try this yourself, right? Everybody claims to be simple to set up and great to use. And I've been promising that myself for 15 years in this industry. Don't take anyone's word for it. Try the products, see for yourself. So let's talk about Neat's simple setup. When you receive the Neat product, everything you need is in the box. That includes, of course, the Neat bar and the Neat pad, all the mounts and all the cables, and the pairing of the devices happen automatically, and you're up and running in your room, in your Zoom account, in minutes. That's what you expect from a device like this. But like I said, don't take my word for it. Test it out yourself. We've heard just works a lot. And one thing is that I hear that from Zoom employees, but I hear that from their customers. They love how Zoom just works. And that sounds simple, but it's really hard to make something that just works. So let's take a look at some of the things that we're doing with Zoom Rooms the Neat way to make it just work. When you enter a meeting room with Neat, the system automatically detects people entering the room, waking up the system and allowing you to join your meeting. Of course, the participants are framed automatically, so you don't have to be concerned about PDZ. And when you share your presentation wirelessly, it works every time. It just works. Simple as that. Neat devices are fully managed and supported by Zoom. I've had a lot of questions today from a lot of interested customers asking me, well, so where's the PC? Do you need a PC? No, this has been designed for Zoom. It's a native Zoom device. So it is fully managed from the application level down to the platform, down to the hardware by the Zoom cloud. The experience you have come to expect from Zoom in terms of management also applies to your Neat device. It is a single-purpose device. Of course, it's secure. Upgrading is a single click. It upgrades the entire estate of Neat devices, and it even monitors the air quality in the room. All this data is reported from the device up to the Zoom account, to your Zoom portal, where you can track everything that's going on with your Neat devices. Understanding meeting room utilization is important. And a lot of solutions can provide people count for video calls. But that doesn't give you the full picture. We give you the option to track utilization in your room, whether it's used for video calls or local meetings. That would give you the full view of the utilization of your room. And if you ever have a problem with a Neat Zoom room, who do you call? You call Zoom. We're integrating our support processes and back-end systems with Zoom to make sure that you can contact Zoom as your single point of contact and get help. Any escalations are handled on the back end, and you don't have to worry. So like I said, we've been in this industry for a long time, and one of the pain points of getting video in your conference room is actually around the buying experience. And I experienced this firsthand when I left the industry in 2015, joined a startup in the EV charging space, and I wanted to get a conference room system. I'm a video professional. I've been doing video forever. I couldn't find anything. Obviously, I couldn't afford the systems I wanted to buy from my previous employers, but there were no good options. And if I wanted to buy those systems that I wanted, it was really complicated. So when we started Neat, we looked at that part too. This really should be like a consumer-based experience. Why can't I just go online, click, buy, receive the unit, plug it in, and it works? Well, it can be done. We ship globally, same day if it's in stock. You buy this online from us. We can ship it to multiple locations. And of course, you can track your order. Right? This is what you expect from any other product, And why shouldn't this apply to video devices as well? So it's all about simplicity of buying, simplicity of install, easy to use, delightful to use, and beautiful management, right? But there's a lot of technology behind it. I want to share a little bit of the technology behind it here to help you understand a little bit of all the great work that's gone into the Neat products. So our Neat Bar is a compact yet highly capable video conferencing system. It really packs a punch with carefully selected technology components in this very compact form factor. As I've told a lot of customers today, there is no need for a PC. We have an integrated high-performance chip that does all the video and audio processing and analysis that you need here. And to allow people to enter a room and just join their meeting, the people detection mechanism that we put into the system is a carefully crafted technology based on hardware and software, something you can only do if you develop hardware and software together. And this is what we call our acoustic sensor system. This is a patent-pending technology developed by Neat in collaboration with Zoom. And it consists of an ultrasonic sensor with microphone systems that actually detects people in the room. Advanced technology so you don't have to care. So you can focus on what you're in the room for, which is your next meeting. Wireless sharing is a great feature, but a lot of customers are saying it doesn't work all the time. Well, we put in a dedicated ultrasonic tweeter that covers the entire room, again, so you don't have to care about anything but clicking that one button on your PC to share your presentation. Of course, this unit has high-quality video. This camera is custom designed by our team. And it ensures, again, that you don't have to care what's going on. It provides high-quality image at any given time, and of course, it frames the participants in the room. You don't want to fiddle around with PTZ controls. Again, you just want to do your meeting. One piece I'm particularly proud of here in this product is the audio system. And for anyone who's done video conferencing for any period of time, you know that audio conferencing, or the audio part of the call, is more important than the video part of the call. So what we've done is we have really created a unique approach, a unique technology here to ensure crystal clear voice pickup. We have an end-fire 5-microphone array tilted on the top of the unit to perfectly match the camera view. This allows us to do lots of fancy stuff like differential beamforming, of course echo cancellation, gain control, noise suppression, all that stuff, right? Again, so you don't have to care. All you can care about is that if you go into that room and it wakes up, people will hear you loud and clear. Speaker design. Again, using all the experience of this team, having built video devices for some of the leading brands in the industry for decades, we put together a combination of 2 horizontally opposed speaker drivers in a speaker box, maximizing the volume to get the full tonal range, adding the high frequency of the tweeter to give you that full sound. Again, doesn't matter what's inside. I just want to show you that we're taking care of this so you don't have to worry. And when we designed this product, we thought, well, you want to understand utilization in your room. You want to understand what's going on in the room in terms of environmental quality. Why not track what's going on in the room from an air quality perspective? So we put sensors in here that real-time monitor temperature, humidity, CO2, VOC, so you can ensure that your employees have a great experience when they do the meetings. This is, of course, reported to the Zoom cloud, and you get all your data and dashboards in the Zoom interface. Heck, we even put the power supply into the unit, right? For anyone who's installed a video unit, you know that you got that power brick on the cable. Where do you put that power brick, and how do you know? Simple thing. All you need to do here is plug in a standard AC cable because the power supply is internal. So I want to show you this because I want to show you how this team has considered every little aspect of what's required to really just make it work. Simply, delightfully, with Zoom. NeatPad comes with a bar. Again, native Zoom device designed for Zoom. One power over Ethernet cable. Plug it into any outlet. You don't plug it into the unit because you don't want to run the cable across the room. Again, it complicates installation. You plug it into the wall, and it talks to your bar through the network. We also put microphones into the pad. So you can extend audio pickup in a larger room. 2 microphones on the bottom, exploiting the reflections of audio from the table, ensure that you get great pickup even in a larger room. It even has air quality sensors as well. It's the same device that doubles as a scheduling display. When you order your Neat Bar from us, you get it with a controller. You can add your scheduling display in the same box. And it has integrated LED indicators, of course, for availability. So this is Zoom Rooms the neat way. And all of this stuff that I told you, you don't have to care about. Just rest assured, we got you covered. So the Neat board is in our booth. You can play with it. It's going to be orderable in January and shipping mid-2020. Global availability. You order it online. And the Neat Bar is orderable today, starting today. $2,500 including the Neat Pad as a controller. And we ship globally starting December. And you may want to place your order because we got a lot of pre-orders already today. But to celebrate our Zoomtopia coming out as a company, we have this out-of-this-world limited edition in neat purple. And this baby comes in only 200 units. They're going to be numbered, and you can order them online today. I don't know how many we have received orders for on this one, but if you want to secure this one, you want to be fast. Thank you.
Thank you so much. I want to thank Seaman and Tim for joining us today, and I don't want to keep you guys anymore from happy hour, but thank you so much. If you have any further questions, you can talk to any of us at Zoom. So thank you so much.